All right. So today is, I think it's April the 8th, 2022. I finally have broken the 165 barrier. To kind of go back a little bit, I started a weight loss challenge about 5 weeks ago, that I can lose about 15 pounds in 10 weeks. I made a $250 bet. The first 5 pounds were kind of easy, I guess. But for the past couple of weeks, I've been stuck around 166, 165. And this is with me basically checking my weight first thing in the morning around about 8:30 after I had, did my little thing, what have you. But it's been a challenge. So I have about another 4.5 weeks to go, and I'm down 164.8, and I gotta get to 157. So we kind of getting close to where I call the all boo-boo moment. So in another couple of days, I think I'm going to join Weight Watchers to see if that'll help out. But what I have been doing lately is I've been writing down what I've been eating so far, and it's looking like I'm taking in about 1,600 calories, 1,700 calories roughly. Just kind of shoot from the hip on what I believe the caloric value of what I'm eating. Couple things I've noticed along the way. Serving size is huge. I was eating popsicles at night because I was hungry, and it said it had only like 45 calories. Well, didn't know that it was like a double popsicle, so really I was eating 90 calories of it, and then I had two of them, so it's like 180. So it's almost close to, it being a candy bar. So one of the tips I'm learning is number one, write down what you're eating. But you know what? Honestly, the most important thing about this though is that you got to be intentional. I wake up every day with the mindset of, getting better with this. So I know that some people might think that you're being a little anal, but I think that when you have a goal and it's a serious goal, for me, it's a serious goal because I believe there's some other things going to springboard out of this that I got to win. The $250, that's chump change in reference to the me losing. I can lose that any day. I can lose that. Hell, I've lost that many of times. Hell, on the stock market, but not going there. But what it is, I think that me moving forward with this, I understand and appreciate the struggle. And that 250 is kind of like what I call skin in the game. A lot of times people go on these little challenges, but there's no real skin in the game. There's no real consequences. For me, 250 was just enough consequence to make a change. So I'm sure in the next 4.5 weeks, I'll be doing a video where I've lost the additional, I think it's 7 pounds or 8 pounds, whatever it is. I'm sure I'll do that because this is life changing for me. So be intentional, writing down what you eat, watching your alcohol intake. I was drinking a little bit too much, I think, and I can tell that when I was if I drank too much, I looked the next day like, oh, boo, I kind of gained a little bit more weight. Another thing that I've learned from this experience is, beside writing it down, being intentional. Just jumping on the scale every day. It's an accountability system, so jumping on the scale and seeing what you weigh, in my opinion, is important because I think some people don't recommend it, but I do because it's kind of like if you were, you're on a budget financially, you're going to check your bank account every day to see what you got, and so with me, by me writing down what I'm eating, checking out my, use my Apple Watch for activity monitor. It's one of the many biofeedback machines I use, which is another good thing. But, jumping on the scale, seeing what I weigh in the morning, looking at my bowel movement. I know some people might say it's a little crazy, but looking at your bowel movement and seeing how things are working. Are you getting enough fiber in your diet? Things like that. How much water are you drinking per day? I'm not really a big water drinker, but I think I'm gonna have to really focus on that as well. So those are some of the things that I would encourage people to do if they're serious about losing weight. And the last thing before I go, I was watching something on TV, little commercial about this other weight loss program, and it was like, oh, it's easy. This ain't easy. You know, I hate that we have an industry now that promotes, oh, this is going to be easy. And so when you deal with people, the first thing they think, oh, if you give them a weight loss goal of 10 pounds, you know, or you'll lose 10 pounds in 2 months. Oh, that's not enough, because you see someone on television that basically has said they have lost this amount of weight. So my encouragement, number one, it's not easy. And number two, try talking to someone who has been through your journey. So if you see that some young cat, 20, 25 years old, 30 years old, telling you it's easy, they're showing their abs or what have you, and they're trying to give you a plan, that's not the person to go with, because they don't know how it is to be 50, you know, going through. They only know it in the lens of their self. Maybe hopefully, if you got a good trainer, they'll look at someone else that's in your shoes, you know, with your background for the most part, and they'll give you recommendations. But I don't listen to a lot of cats that's real young, telling them, oh, get your six pack here and here. There, you know where you get a six pack from? Losing this, because like this roll here, lose that little bit of weight, that's going to go away. This right here is going to go away, you know, and that's going to leave them abs is popping out eventually, which I hope that is another 7 to 8 pounds. But anyway, guys, stay encouraged, be intentional, put skin in the game, and go for it, because you have to do it. And here's one last thing, and I've been saying one last thing for the longest. If you lose the weight, there's going to be some other things that's going to change your life that has nothing to do with weight loss. Be disciplined and stay encouraged.